6-4 against 6-3. And here we go, the Cronulla Sharks and the Melbourne Storm, old foes going head-to-head in the Shire. And it's Cronulla bringing it back with Oregon Corfusi. Melbourne are going to throw a lot more at them as Hughes goes long to Munster. Oh, short ball, classic pass, and going straight through is Anderson. Hines behind the play, gets involved, links up with Trindle. The tap on, chance, in off, Mulatalo is over! Ronaldo Mulatalo gets over, and it's going to be given a try! Centre field for Brayley, short pass, he loves scoring, he's over again, added for Noah Blake. Hines quickly, Talakai, flick pass, incredible! Atkinson strolls over, but Sifa Talakai.
What about the skill there from Hines, the catch and pass? That's incredible from Sifa Talakai.
Back for Hughes, floating pass, out to Bloor, Bloor gets it on to Coates. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Aren't they something, the Melbourne Storm? Now it's Mulatalo. Oh, he does a number on his man and it comes out to Edo. Oh, it's so simple, Ronaldo. Trindle goes for it to put him up 13. He's done it. This has been a spectacular first half for the Cronulla Sharks. Again, the left side is open. Liero for Hughes. Hines had rushed up. Munster gets it on. Anderson out to Coates. Yes, sir. Here they come. Here come the Melbourne Storm. Munster.
Oh, it's floating.
Knuckleball. Kennedy wants no part of it. Awkward bounce.
Oh, he's lost it.
He's touched that forward. Picked up. And Meany is over. A deadly kick. And Melbourne get a second try inside 7 minutes. Now it comes to the open. Brayley for Hines. On the angle. Kennedy chimes in. Then the pass. Talakai. Silky hands. Atkinson scores. Oh, what a game we've got here at Sharks Stadium. Trindle puts it up. This is end over end. Fa'alongo takes a run up and Mulatalo rips it out of his hands and gets it on.
What a tackle.
Melbourne saved the try. Third thought he was over. Corfusi. An unsung hero. He's been strong. Yeah. Penalty. And they go there again. Why not? Munster. High kick. Coates! Unbelievable! Xavier Coates reaches the sky. Comes down with it.
Gee, you feel for him. Nothing he can do there. Look at that. The knee up into the back of the head. He's 2 metres in the air.
Oh, drink that in.
Burns was coming.
Look at his spread. Here we go. Pappenhausen. Oh, he drew in his defenders and then Coates puts it down. 25 seconds to go. Oh, ball comes out. Cronulla will win. Pappenhausen loses it. And the Sharks are home.
You're going to get a penalty for contact, okay? I'll talk to them.
Oh, hang on.
It's a penalty against Sifa. He's on report for contact after the pass on Ryan.
This is it. The clock is irrelevant. There's one play. Once this goes into touch.
That's a great kick.
The game comes down to this. An epic contest with a rightful finish. Munster puts it up. Coates is coming. So is Anderson. Oh, Mulatalo with the catch, but he's lost it. It won't matter. But now there was heavy contact. And this has got them a little more fired up than usual.
And then just watch Pappenhausen here. He sees a shot on him on the ground and just launches in. Hold on.
Okay, he's going to go on report for that. We're not going to have a penalty because the game's over now, right? And it's going to you anyway. And we don't need another flare up, all right?
Adam G takes it upon himself to end things.
Ryan, if game went on, Ryan would have been sin bin. It goes on report, okay?
Well, now
and it's game over.
We'll let the crowd tell the story as the Sharks beat the Melbourne Storm 31-26.
Well, Craig, where does that rate in victories that you've been a part of the Sharks?
Yeah, it was up there. Feel like bit bit of turbulence throughout the game to deal with, and things were going our way for a while there, and I thought we got off to the start that obviously not the first try, but we got up and running, thought we were playing strong, and then you also sit in the back of your mind, you know what the Storm are capable of, so it's just like a great contest of just they're coming, we're coming, and it was just like it was on and off, and I think both teams probably can play better than that, but as far as the effort and the standard of like intensity in the game, I thought it was great.
To lose two outside backs so quickly and so early in the game, was that the most pleasing, the fact that they were able to rally around like that and not let the Melbourne Storm back into the game and hold them off?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like you always prepare for what may happen, and we felt like we needed Acco this week, and Siffa come back in as well. So knowing Siffa can play out in the backs, but you don't expect to lose two backs, and I thought Melbourne really dialed into that and put the pressure on them as well. So it was always going to be a weird contest like that. We're flipping blokes from one side to the other and trying to combat their threats. And they certainly kept asking us questions there. But the boys were great. And when we got it right or wrong, what I loved about it, they got around each other. And you're playing Melbourne, you're not going to get it all your own way. But what I loved, the Sharks just kept like finding ways to pick each other up and keep going, so it's good.
Mulatalo shifted across in one of those with Xavier Coates' side. He was really passionate, even last week as well. Mulatalo is really just up and about. He's one of those guys that's sort of, I don't know, maybe rallying them around, or it just feels like he's really into the game.
Yeah, Ronnie's passion, it's a good word. He's just one of those players that you have in your team, and they're a good barometer for where your team's energy's at, and wanting it so bad, and he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's a really passionate player, and he just sticks up for his teammates, and sometimes he pushes the boundaries a little bit, but he's one of those guys that you want on your team because he's infectious. He's a totally different person. He's actually a really caring guy around the club, and the amount of work he does for charities and sticks his hand up for the club. It's just, he gets into battle mode, and he's hard to control once he gets into that, and we love him for that. And then sometimes we've got to get the lines get blurred, but everyone, I see that happen every weekend. Like Ronnie's no different than everyone else, but he's doing it for his teammates.
Craig, I know you talk about the two guys playing our position, but like Seifert has played a bit of centre before, but it looked like it was such a natural fit for him tonight, especially in attack, like that flick pass he had for taking Atkinson to score.
He hasn't played much. Like he's had a couple of quick head knocks, like pretty early in his stints, and then I think we all know what Siffa's actually capable of in that sense. But the boys just, whenever Siffa's in the team, they just get that comfort that they know he can do something for you, and it's really handy having him there tonight. So that's a unique skill to be able to possess, and I think, I don't know if it was his first touch. It might have been pretty soon in his stint. So but he got out there, and that's what he's capable of, Sif, and obviously would have liked him to stay in his position in the middle there, but he did a terrific job considering the pressure he was under.
I know we touched on it a bit last week, but how far removed do you feel from the last time you played here? Because that was the Bulldogs game back in late March, and like you spoke a bit about the time on the road, how that's bonded guys close together, but does the team feel almost a fair bit different from what it was 6 weeks ago?
It's been a long time. I can't, obviously two of our travel games are our home games, but I can't recall anyone having to play away from home for that longer period of time. So it has its advantages because you spend a lot of time together, but it also has its disadvantages within travel and whatever. But it's just no one cares. Honestly, you've got to turn up and play, and I think we've done a good job of just constantly turning up, and we've been competitive in every game. So I'm really proud of that. And the boys just don't complain. They don't sook. They just turn up, and whatever's in front of them, just work hard for each other. And the connection that we've got to build over that time has been advantageous, but it's cost us a number of players as well. So.
What's the early diagnosis on Sam and Jesse?
Sam looks like like an ankle injury, syndesmosis. I'm not sure about that. And Jesse's he got hit in the eye. Actually, it's actual eye injury. It's not. I don't think it's a fractured cheekbone or anything like that. It's actually like a significant poke in the eye. So not sure where he's at. He's getting checked at the moment.
It feels like Aiden's been improving week to week. Right? He's going to be a crucial part of this club going forward for many years now, right? But tonight felt like a real statement performance. Ryan, what do you make of him in the middle of the park there?
We just talked about it now. I thought all of our middles were. Obviously, we lose Sifa and Akka, who both have been playing in the middle. So the standard that Cam, Oregon's been playing busted for us at the moment, and Adam, and then we had to just keep rolling Jesse and Braids, and I thought they were all terrific there against Melbourne. They just don't stop coming. So I thought they really challenged them there, and boys had to hang on. There was a bit of hang on energy there. It wasn't all going our way, but I thought we hung in pretty well.
This is a fair chance you guys won't have any Origin players left in the next couple of days. How beneficial is that for you as a coach and for the team to keep everyone together and not be too affected by that over the next couple of months?
Oh, it helps, but we've got heaps of players out, so it doesn't make much of a difference. Yeah. No, it's I think everyone's excited to just keep playing. We've got the Roosters next week, and then we've got a bye. So, yeah.
How far away is Tom Hazleton?
I'm not sure yet.
Does it feel like Blake Bradley's got a lot more confidence at the moment? Like, it seems like he's getting out dummy half a lot more, and obviously that's when he does, that's when he appears to play his best footy.
They probably should have mentioned him. He's part of the middles, isn't he? He's like 114 games straight, and most of those 80 minutes. He's a tough kid. Like, he just, big bodies, and he just turns up. But his service and running's, really starting to connect with the team, and he's playing well.
Craig, I suppose, what was the message there to the group? Big takeaway from that for you guys?
Oh, there's a few takeaways, I think. We know we were playing a good side, tonight. They're a good side, Cronulla, and with the ball and without the ball. So we just need to get more consistent with what we do, away and at home. So I think we've gone win, loss, or loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. We just sort of been a bit inconsistent, and we just need to work out what we see as important and make sure we're a bit more consistent with it.
Is it when you're on the road, you feel like there is something different within the camp, or when you're in camp or away from home? Or what do you feel like there is something that you can identify, or it's just?
No, obviously, you're sleeping in a different bed and you're playing in a different ground. Like, we all know that, but that's been happening for 100 years, so that hasn't changed. But like I say, I think we pride ourselves on being consistent, whether we're playing at home or away. So that's not happening at the moment. So we just need to probably sort that out a little bit.
Well, it didn't get you the result, but Xavier Coates, third try, Craig, just him reaching for the heavens. What did you make of that sitting in the box?
He just keeps surprising you every week, really. He just keeps scoring tries, and sometimes you think, like, how the hell did he score that? So, everyone's got different opinion on how they see it, but like I say, he's been unbelievably good for us all year, and not only with that, the spectacular stuff. He always has up around 20 carries for us, and always strong carries, and like I say, he's been outstanding this year.
Harry, you said earlier that you thought he's one of the underrated wingers in the game.
Yeah, I think he has been for a number of years. He's probably getting a little bit of accolades externally now, but internally we know how much we appreciate him and what he does for a team, and he's done that for a number of years since he first started, and it just sort of comes to his mindset, what he does in a pre-season, through the week. He sort of leaves no stone unturned, and he has a real want to get better and perform. And he's come up with some big plays, and like Craig said, he also does all the tough stuff that you want out of your back five.
Craig, does it concern you a bit that you're having these consistency issues leading into what is probably the most difficult few months of the year for you, given the amount of guys you're going to have in and out of your squad and your group for the next 6-7 weeks?
Well, with all due respect, it's concerning whether Origin's on or not, So, and as you say, we're going to have some of our players in and out without a doubt, so, but, whoever always sort of had the mentality, when someone misses out, like whether they're injured or they're going to Origin, well, someone else gets a chance. So that's what we're looking for from our younger players or our more inexperienced players, that they're going to get an opportunity to play NRL, in the next 3 months. How much, we're not quite sure, but that they're going to get an opportunity. So they want to be grabbing it with both hands. And like I say, just coming into Origin is probably not ideal, to be thinking. I'm pretty sure that we're just being inconsistent at the moment, and that's something that we need to work out how to fix, and probably why that is, and starting to get a little bit more consistency in our game, because I think that's the time I've been in at the Storm, that's been one of our strengths. Okay, we haven't been the best team or the what's named team in the competition every year. You haven't been in the top 8, whatever it is. But we've been consistent with what we see as important, when we're playing our footy.
Harry, what do you put that down to? I know you spent a fair bit of the last chunk of time out, but externally watching them play tonight, what do you put that inconsistency down to?
I think we probably just got to nut out a few things of what we see as important in the game at the moment, and especially in our game. I think that's probably something. We're going into a bye, so we can probably really narrow our focus into a few things of the strength of the team and collectively what we see as important, what we value, and I think defence is definitely a big part of that, and it's going to be a big part of that. So in saying that, we've gone to a lot of environments like here tonight where Sharks are up, crowd's up. The one thing they want to see is us losing, so we sort of got to accept that and really take that challenge on too.
And just on yourself, obviously coming back one game before Origin, was it always a plan for you to sort of play the minutes you did tonight and get the spell around half time?
Yeah, it was always a bit of a controlled plan to play 60 minutes, so we sort of thought that was the best way to do it, is play the 30-30 kind of thing. So it felt good.
And you feel ready, right to go?
If I get a call, I'll be right to go. But I sort of just try and work out a few things here with tonight and have some good conversations. And in the hamstring, it's feeling really good, and I felt real comfortable with it going into the game. So,
Craig, what happened with Alec McDonald and the quad injury in the warm-up?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. It wasn't too serious, but it was bad enough for him to pull out, So, I think he had a bit of a cork after last week, or it might have been the week before actually, and he didn't train for a day or two. But then, he ended up playing and didn't really sort of think much about it or hear much about it. And then all of a sudden, right at the end of the warm-up, he came in and, he's just strained the quad there. So, hopefully he won't be out for too long. And like I say, I don't think the medical people think it's too bad, but, having the bye next week, he might not even miss a game. I'm not quite sure, but, the doctor thought it was best that, he not go out there tonight, just do more damage and, be out for a longer period of time.
Craig, we're not a handful of player like Haddon or Blake can be. What do you make of his performance tonight? He was a powerhouse in the middle.
Yeah, no, he was. I thought they got really good value out both their front rowers, or the starting front rowers, and with all due respect, it didn't really surprise me. We've always had a bit of a rap on him. He's a good player, and he can play long minutes for the position that he plays and the build that he is. And the longer he's out there, the harder it is for the opposition to handle him. So he was outstanding, and they got a good one there, the Sharks.
Thanks, guys.